Hey there! Welcome back to Mage's Tavern. If you're new, welcome. If you're returning, thank you. Mage's Tavern is a place where we talk about soul healing and spirituality. My name's Bewitched. What's yours? Put it in the comments. I kind of like to know who my followers are and start chatting with you guys. How you doing? So, tonight's topic. 10 things I had to face when I started my healing from my 20-year toxic marriage. So let's jump into it, shall we? Number 1, face the truth. Look, while we're in survival mode, we're not facing the truth. Well, not the actual truth, right? We're constantly telling ourselves lies because we're trying to survive. But once your mind, body, and soul have united and you know it's over, it's done with, it's time to face the truth. The truth in the form of you're reevaluating, you're reflecting. Now, be mindful here, it's going to make you angry, and that is okay. It's going to make you sad. That is okay. But if you don't face the truth, how else are you going to know what broke? You don't even know where to start. You're going to have to come clear once and for all with your truth. Number 2. This, I think, a lot of us, well, from the research I've done and from people I've spoken to, a lot of people tend to shy away from it. And what I mean by that is, instead of starting the healing process right then and right now, they want to hold off. Let's wait a little bit. I can't right now. I don't have the energy for it. And that is not a smart decision. Here's why I say this. Now again, this is my experience. I was already rock bottom. I was already hurting. I was already confused. Why not start the healing process right then and there? Why hold off while I took a couple of steps forward to just so it can send me back to rock bottom? That makes no sense. Start your healing process immediately. Don't hold off. Don't sit there and say, well, I can do it, a week from now, 2 weeks from now. No, start evaluating now. And I'll make another video, which will probably be this next coming video. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and notification. I'm going to give you 5 tips on how I even started healing before the journey even started. You need a roadmap. Number 3, faith. And yes, my beloved mages, despite contrary beliefs, we are very spiritual creatures. I had to hold on to faith. Faith in however you may see it. I was blessed that I put a cry out that the divine allowed my grandmother to appear in my dreams. I was fortunate enough to actually meet my angel, Seychelle. I don't know how I would have gotten through those. I don't know how I would have gotten through those dark days without holding on to Seychelle's wings to lift me up. Because it's not easy. It's not easy at all. Hold on to your faith, because that's the only thing right now that is secure. That is the only thing that is guaranteed to get you out of this darkness. Number 4, be ready, be prepared. You're gonna have breakdowns, you're gonna have triggers throughout your healing journey. Hell, you had them before, you're gonna have them while you're in it. I'm not someone that believes, and this is from my experience, and now I've been on my healing journey for 18 months now. I actually left my home, he's currently in our house, 12 months ago. So I've had plenty of breakdowns. I've had triggers. But it's part of the healing journey, right? Even if you think you don't. And this notion of, well, you know that you healed when you no longer have breakdowns or triggers. The breakdowns will subside, that I will give you, but triggers, you will always have triggers. The lesson to be learned on your healing journey is to understand how to deal with those triggers. Do not see those triggers as a setback. They're not a setback. Because if you've been in a marriage as long as I have, there's going to be a lot of triggers that haven't even surfaced yet. And they may not surface until 2 years from now. But I'm now equipped to say, it is a trigger. It is okay. I'm safe. And I will deal with it at that time when it happens. You can't predict the triggers. You can't even predict the breakdowns. They will come without you even knowing. But allow your soul to have the breakdown. I guess that's one message, if I could get it clear, is that it's okay to have meltdowns. It's okay to cry. It's okay to scream. It is okay. You have the right to be angry. Your soul has the right to cry. Number 5. This one is probably the biggest reason why we stay in these toxic marriages or relationships, and that is shame. And if there's one way I was going to take back control, that was by talking what happened. As I told families and colleagues when I started this journey, of course they were all some were like, well, we kind of figured something was going on. And others said, oh my God, really? That's not, we thought you had such a perfect marriage. Hence why I would always say, I should have received 20 Oscars. But do not allow them to have that control. There's nothing you've gone through that you should be ashamed of. May it be physical abuse, may it be emotional abuse. There's nothing for you to be ashamed of. You cared for them, and that's nothing to be ashamed of. They mistreated you. That's on them. That is not on you. That is not something to be shameful about. Do not be so I can't, no, we really shouldn't talk about that because, people are going to just look at me kind of like the sympathy. And even if they do, you deserve the sympathy, do you not? You deserve people saying, you know what, I am so sorry you're going through this. Do not push that emotion away. You deserve it. And take back control by talking about it. That's why I'm doing this channel. If enough is enough, and we need to start talking about it. Number 6. Oh, by the way, put in the comments. Look, I want to hear from you guys. I will be reading your guys' comments. I do want to interact with you guys. Help me grow this channel. Help me make this a platform, not just for mages. And the reason why I say mages is because we're empaths, and it seems like it affects us a little bit more being in these toxic marriages than anyone else, because we are so empathetic to people. And that's a whole nother video. But Put a comment in there. Let me know if any of these 5 resonate. But let's go to the next 5. Taking back your power, which kind of goes back to taking back the control with the shame, right? Number 6, when I say take back your power, meaning stand up for yourself. Be safe though. Please be safe. I'm gonna put a big disclaimer. Now, mine was a covert, meaning once I came to the end of, I had enough of his nonsense, and I still stayed in my house with him because our daughter still had to graduate. And once I asked for a divorce, he cranked up the psychological war game. But I then also stood my ground. This can be a very slippery slope. Now for me, I stood up for myself by telling him he's not going to talk to me in any shape or form of disrespect. We're not going to play your little games anymore. And he started not to like who I was becoming, when all I was doing was sticking up for myself. Now, if you're dealing with a grandiose, or if you're dealing with someone that is physical, I do not advise this, because you don't know what they're capable of. Truth is, you should be dialing 911, be waiting outside, let the police handle it, and you need to get out. Please get out, because they're not going to change. The 7th thing I had to learn on my healing journey is strength. Now this is a funny one, because while you're in it, you think you don't have strength. But the truth is, you do. I mean, it takes strength and courage to stay in a dead-end marriage, in a toxic marriage. It's just you that's constantly finding the strength to try to make it work. Was it not? So it's that same strength that will guide you out of it. You poured all that effort into them. Now it's just time for you to take all that effort you put into them. You're going to re-channel the energy back to self. You have the strength. Please believe me, you do. I mean, I know. Been there. The days of dealing with their nonsense in and out is the same strength you need to give to yourself. Though the journey may be a little scary, but it's a lot better than that hellhole that you're currently in or were in. Number 8. This one took me a little bit. And like I said, I am still on my healing journey. I'm just giving you the 10 things that I learned over the past year. But this one, because we have a daughter, this one I had a hard time with, and that is forgiving self. Forget forgiving him, but for me to forgive self. Keep on telling myself I should have left sooner. You know, even though I stayed because I wanted her to have both parents. The situations, the tolerance, the breakdowns, everything I allowed him to do. And that's the key word. I allowed it. So I had to learn to forgive self. Because the thing is, I did the best I could while being in a bad situation. I was in a survivor, or as I say, in a warrior mode. I was in battle mode. So you need to forgive self. We'll talk about forgiving them another time. I'm not doing that right now. Same token with number 9. Now I know with me being in a toxic marriage, this was stripped from me. Believe in self. Believe in yourself. Be your own cheerleader. You don't need no one's validation. You need to learn how to fill your own cup. Trust me, it is such a freeing feeling when you are able to be your own cheerleader. When you can truly say, you know what, I did it. Because the truth is, if you look back, there's a lot of things you did do, but you didn't think that it was possible. But the truth is, you did believe in yourself, or else you wouldn't have accomplished those things, right? See, when you're in that type of marriage, they strip that. Because like I mentioned in the first video, you're giving that up so that they can feel grandiose about themselves. You gotta take it back and believe in yourself. Believe that this journey, this new chapter, this new adventure is exactly where you're meant to be. Number 10 is something that I do have to remind myself to this day, day to day. There's no timetable for healing. Please don't rush into another relationship. Do not repeat a cycle. Give your soul the time to heal. And if you are single like I am, please understand what's meant for you will never surpass you. You're on pause, and that is a good thing. Your soul needs that healing. Depending on how long you were in a toxic marriage, it's kind of going to be a clue into how long it's going to take you to heal. Now, I'm not saying, like in my case, I think I saw a study of when you're in a marriage for 20 years, you need at least 5 years of healing. That's a bunch of horse bananas. No, but give yourself a fighting chance. Let self heal before you go out into that crazy world of dating. Understand who you are. Figure that out. Find your passion again. Be the mage that you are. Come on now. You got this. I got it. Listen, there's no timetable. And one day you'll wake up and you'll know, I'm healed. The universe will let you know. Well, my mystical souls, I hope this entertained you. I hope you gained something from this. Let me know in the comments below. I do post daily over on TikTok and Instagram. Check me out over there. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and a notification. And hopefully, I will see you next time here at Mage's Tarot.